today, I actually want to make sure that we have lots of engagement on asking questions. The topic is why does True Energy work as well as it does? If you have an area that you are seeing amazing results and want to know, how did I get that? How did that happen? How did this change? Or if you have someone, so because sometimes we don't notice the changes until other people mention, that you look amazing. Did you have a little work done? Things like that. So that helps to kind of draw, give me some specifics. The other is just even general questions on, why does this work or how does that work? So ultimately, the webinars are for all of us and for me to really kind of get an idea of where everybody is and their background and their knowledge, and as well as hopefully bringing some new material to you as well. And in fact, I'm actually kind of excited to share some information on a on a perspective that is something that I do in my office, that I work with in my clinic all of the time, that is really kind of drawing it into the True Energy uh, uh, skincare, natural facelift, things like that, and pulling those two together, and why it is that I've developed, True Energy in the first place. Like what was my mission there, right? And the question is what in the ingredients is the day cream that causes you to say that it has UV protection? So this is a great question because it's SPF and UV protection are two different things. SPF generally is only used when a chemical is used to be able to protect our skin at a level of 10, 15, 20, 30, 45, as high as it goes these days. Natural UV protection is old school. It's what the Hawaiians have used for centuries of protection on their skin when they're out in the environment all of the time. And in fact, a lot of the ingredients that I use are like Hawaiian oils and nut oils. Excuse me. Nut oils are excellent on UV protection. So that is a primary part where for, and this is the difference as well, for somebody who is sensitive, sun sensitive, maybe super fair, redheads, super light blonde eyes. If your skin is very sensitive to the sun, burn easily, then this may not be enough protection for you. For me, I'm sorry. For me, I don't have fair skin. If I'm going out in the middle of the day and I know that I'm going to be getting sun on my face or my hands, I will reuse the day cream, and I can clearly see that I'm not even tanning up as much as I normally would from just, sun exposure. So the UV protection, if you were going to match it, if you will, to an SPF, it'd probably be about 3 or 4, but they don't work the same. When you're talking about a chemical that is an SPF and a natural that it's an SPF, one is more cell protection and the other one is more like superficial skin penetration protection. So most of the people are on this with True Energy because they don't want to use chemicals on their skin, and they know that the long-term effects of those are hormone disruption, and ultimately the increase of toxins really distorts our skin and distorts our face. So my suggestion often is if you are going to know you're going to be out in the if you like doing things that are outside, which we should do, is to try to do that at different hours that are maybe not at the height of the sun. It's good to get UV exposure. Our brain works on only one fat, and that's cholesterol. And cholesterol is made from the vitamin D from the sun that we get. So it's very, very good for us and really, really helpful. UV protection doesn't allow that to sink in. One of the areas in my clinic that I do a lot of work in is emotions, and the emotions or stressors that get stuck on our face, because our face is our biggest expression of emotions. And as much as we have our language and our voice, the research shows that our facial expressions, micro expressions, or full out expressions are a huge part of how we communicate with people and how we interpret each other, how they feel. It also has to do with what's called mirroring. So if we're communicating with someone and they are, and they're telling you a heartfelt story, and you can't have expressions via, chemicals or dragging, sagging, Botox, fillers, all of those things. What happens is it dulls our expression, and then we lose the ability to empathize, because empathy initially comes from facial expressions. So I can say to someone, "You're doing a great job," or "You're doing a great job," and use the same tone and voice, but my lifting of the eyebrows, my facial expression, even with the same tone, is completely different. You don't know what I'm thinking if I can't move my eyebrows or even smile or have these creases, these lines on the side of my face from those micro expressions. So this is a huge part of making sure that people have an alternative to Botox and fillers and can rejuvenate their skin and have it full and lift it, is because it is our representation. This is not only our expressions, but it's our life, it's our history, it's our story. It's how we recognize our, people. Like when we have a connection with someone, the connection has to do with their facial expressions. Thank you. I'm also a big fan of the spot treatment. My skin adapted very well to it. My face seems brighter. I use it all over my face at night. Yeah, it's a treat. And I'll tell you, one of the things that, really had to coordinate with that is that some people's expectations of whitening or lightening or spot creams is that the spots go away, in 30 days. You really are wanting to repair the damage that happens when we have dark spots, which is clustering of hyperpigmentation underneath the surface of the skin, in that deeper cell area. And it takes a bit to repair this. It takes, breaking down some of the damage, some of the stagnation of that energy. And that little blue bead has the balancing of the acupuncture meridians, as well as, really repairing it from an inflammatory level, from a hormone level, and from a skin damage level, as well as stress. So those are key factors of your body resonating with that, beautifully, Carmen, and knowing that if you're getting your skin to whiten in the first 2 weeks, you're probably the product probably has some type of bleach in it. With the Tru Energy, it's all about repair. So it takes time for those new skin cells to come to the surface. And that is absolutely what I've noticed as well, is that when I first started using it to like test it, as a product that we wanted to, offer, is I used it on a very specific space, spot. And it gave me the opportunity to have to make sure that there was not any lines that created like a white line or anything that was bleaching. And I know what's in products, so I didn't expect that to happen, but it just was a way for me to be able to gauge it. And it has this beautiful lightening and brightening factor to it. So yes, love it. People, now is the time. Well said, Sandy. I think, I don't know if everybody on this call knows this, but I have an interview on a documentary on She Healed, or Shields, SHEALED. And it's like hashtag shehealed.com, and it on the Instagram page. And It's a documentary that really is very, very exciting. It's about women being able to regain their health through truth and through, natural resources. And one of the unique perspectives that I am talking about is, really how relevant brain health is to our micro expressions, to our facial expressions. One of the protocols I do in the office is a neuroemotional technique, and it's all about being able to change our physiology of emotions and how we react to things. So I'm very excited to kind of pull that together. We'll be able to see the documentary you will be on. Yes, in fact, it's gonna be on, Amazon Prime. So it will be on Amazon Prime, and it doesn't come out till August. They are doing a series called, Biohack Yourself, and then She Healed or Shield is, I think the third or fourth one, and the fourth one in August, so that'll be out in August, and we'll keep you updated if you're on social media for sure. We've posted like the initial photos and then link to the page to follow for She Healed with the Lolly films. So